abundance is your birthright. My name is Brian McIntosh. This is the Daily Dose. I just want to take a minute just to get something out of the way, just to clear the air, just to make sure we get something straight right here, right now. You, like a snowflake or a fingerprint, are unique. No one in the world is like you. You're made of special stuff, truly. And every one of us we come with a basket, if you will, of talents and skills and gifts and abilities that no one else has. No one is like you. You are truly, truly unique. And you can bring things to the table that no one else can. So your charge in this life is to figure out what those gifts and skills and talents and abilities that you have that no one else has. Figure out what they are. And then figure out why you got them. Right? Everybody says, Brian, what's the meaning of life? Like I get text messages like that, right? Brian, what's the meaning of life? I'm like, seriously, get a text message? What is the meaning of life? To me personally, just my own personal thought, the meaning of life to me is that you figure out what your talents, gifts, and skills and abilities are that you have that nobody else has. And then you figure out why you were given them. In what way were you meant to serve many, many, many people with those gifts? And when you figure that out, here's what's amazing, is that suddenly your life takes on a deeper meaning. It's about more than just you. And when that begins to happen, I'm telling you, it's crazy. The doors of abundance will swing open in every direction you can imagine. Physical abundance, material abundance, financial abundance, spiritual abundance, relational abundance. You'll experience a joy and happiness and a purpose. It's incredible. So how do you isolate those talents and gifts and skills and abilities that you have? How do you figure out what those are? And here, I'll give you a few hints. There's one thing you can do is ask yourself, what have other people told me I'm really good at? Right? What have other people ever said? Hey, you're an amazing artist. I mean, you're a really killer way, the way you draw, the way you can map, that's amazing. Nobody, or maybe it's math. People just like, man, you're just a whiz at math, like, wow, that's great, right? Maybe it's skateboarding, surfing. Maybe it's being a good listener. It's sitting and listening and allowing people to feel accepted and that, allowing to be counsel for someone. Who knows what it could be? But think about what others have complimented you on and make that mental note. Here's the other thing. What activity, when you're doing it, when you're involved in it, makes you feel great, makes you feel wonderful, gives you that flow of energy that you don't get just, sitting at your desk at work, working or paying the bills or even watching TV. That surge of creative energy from the ether, from the universe, right, that flows through you when you're engaged in whatever activity it is that you're engaged in. What is that activity? If you can figure that out, you're getting really, really close. And then the last one is, what would you do for a living even if no one paid you? And I think if you take those three pieces of information, what people have told you you're great at, what gives you a rush, what fills you with energy, what fills you with enthusiasm when you're engaged in what kind of activity, and then what would you do for a living even if you weren't paid? And if you take those three pieces of information, you put them together, you're getting really, really close to finding out what is your gift, what is your talent, what is your skill, and why do you have it? How are you meant to serve others with it? And you make this I don't want to say a priority, but make this a purposeful thing that you do, to sit down and find out, what was I meant to bring to the world, And when you do, it sounds hokey, it sounds corny, but I'm telling you, it could be something as simple as running your mouth. Not that I know anybody like that, right? Ding, 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 ding. Okay. But that's a gift. And all my life, people have said, Brian, you're really good at speaking. You're really good at talking. You're a great communicator. When I'm making the daily dose, when I'm up on stage doing coaching and training, when I'm coaching other people to be better communicators, I'm full of life. I'm full of energy. I just get this surge of just the sense of fulfillment when I'm doing that. And frankly, Heck, I'd talk to thousands of people on stage even if nobody paid me. I just love it. I just enjoy it. I really get a kick out of it. The other thing that I felt that way about was working in radio when I was a radio DJ for years. Well, guess what? Both of those things involve this hole in front of my face, right? So I just said, when I was a little kid, I used to get in trouble for talking all the time, right? I'm like, you don't know, this thing's going to make me rich, right? I've been practicing for this career my whole life. Here's what I know. When I decided that this was my gift and this was how I could serve others, my whole world changed. And the same can happen for you. That's the dose. Make it a great week.